have the truth is the aversion to Mendocino Farms and you comes from something very specific that you're not aware of.
I believe that.
I want to make you aware of
Oh,
now.
please.
Yes, please.
So there was this one time when Bobby and I had just heard really bad news about a house that we wanted. We fell in love with a home, and when they did the inspections, they basically said, this home is sliding off a cliff and you cannot live here. So we parked at Mendocino Farms, right? And we were both really bummed out and crying.
Yes.
Because we had put all our eggs on that basket. And then from a distance, we hear your voice and you're like, Bobby, like this. And I'm crying in the car. He's not feeling well. And then he goes up to you and says, hey, dude, we're just going to have a quick bite. Don't really want to hang out because we've had a bad day, right? So we sit far away in Mendocino Farms. You didn't listen to the instructions and then you came over.
I remember
anyways.
this.
Yeah. And then from then on, I have to tell you.
I'm so glad.
This is my favorite.
Yeah.
This is my favorite thing in the world.
And I think from then on, there was a connection to feeling that bad, and then your face hovering over our lunch during Mendocino Farm.
Obnoxious.
So I think from then on, it was like, no, we are not going to go to Mendocino Farms with you.
Yeah, in fact, the other day you got Mendocino Farms, and I think I equate Mendocino Farms with that
Rick
incident
Glassman.
with Rick Glassman.
So I have
I
to-
can't even
I'll
eat
let
there
the,
anymore.
I'll let the gift wrapping thing slide. I also like Rick, you've asked me 50 times to come on the podcast, and I said, no, read it. I've messaged you a lot, not about the podcast. I even said, you know what? It's not worth being defensive, even though as you read it, you realized I asked you a couple of times, and most of it was trying to connect. For better or worse, that was the intention. Now, I will tell you when I saw you there, Bobby didn't come up to me and said, hey, we're having a hard time. Bobby came up to me and my friend, who you call Johnny Boom Booms, and we're making we're making jokes and goofing around and being playful. I didn't know that something was bad until afterwards when you clued me in on it. And I remember this very well. I remember feeling like, oh, I'm embarrassed I didn't pick up on that. But I was not told that. And as soon as that happened, I backed up. So I'll apologize for not picking up on the cues and being annoying because I am annoying.
He should also be. He should also apologize for not cluing you in on the fact that we were having a bad day.
Also for not letting you know. But what's the priority there? I get that. But here we are. A year and a half later, you have this idea of me, and the truth is, this fucking idiot just came over, and instead of saying we're having a bad day, he went, oh, I got a little dick, and I'm thinking, play, and now I'm annoying you when your house just fell off.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm the one who asked for you yesterday.
Cheers.
You are not on my bad side at all.
Cheers.
So, did I not say,
True.
have
Yes.
Rick Glassman?
True.
Yes.
Now, more backstory. When we were at the Comedy Store years ago, Bobby and I were talking, and Bobby, I'm not past at the Comedy Store, and everybody has their obstacles, then that's fine. But I talked with Bobby about it. Bobby, you were the only person to ever go and talk to them about that. That doesn't mean that anything came from it. Excuse me. But like
3 times. 3 times.
Yeah, and I have friends that are I'm closer with that are, the same, like, we're at the Comedy Store level, that never did that. I never asked them to. I didn't ask you to. You just offered it. It was great. It was very nice. And afterwards, we had the only connected conversation we ever had. And one of the things you said to me was that everybody has their own obstacles. You talked about yours, blah, 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 blah. In that same conversation, you told me, no, this was another time outside of the Comedy Store, sitting in the same spot. So I brought this up to you, and you said, listen, Rick, because I asked you to do the podcast for the first time, and you said, you have to ask me all the time. I don't respond to texts. If you really want me to do something, just text me all the time. I now have that as a tool in my tool belt, not for everybody. I have people that I check in because it's a fucking pain in the ass to book people. I have people that I check in, I try to read it because I don't want to bother them, but I also want to keep asking, where I go quarterly, literally every 3 or 4 months, I follow up. Some people every month. For you, I just keep hitting you because you told me to.
Okay, you're right. And you're right. You're right. I apologize.
Thank you. I'll be right back.
No, we're not doing that. But I did tell you to keep hitting me up, and that's actually what you've been doing.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so
Because I listened.
You listened, but I do have to say that I have gone to bat for you, right, in front of Adam.
I know.
And try to give him the argument, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that I would have done that if I didn't really see your talent.
Thank you.
I really think that you have a specific talent that's necessary in comedy. You're not necessarily a traditional stand-up, right? But you're very creative on stage. You're naturally interesting and very funny, you know, and you have a weird, you know, neurotic, defensive energy, which I like, you know. You do. You have a neurotic, defensive energy.
I'll tell you, that's a bait if I've ever heard one.
Right. And
You're right, Bobby.
And you have this OCD thing, you know, which I like.
What is that? Why not just say OCD instead of treat it like it's a joke? While we're trying to be serious.
No, because this is OCD for sign language.
Oh. OCD for sign language is this.
That's what I was trying to do, but I have carpal tunnel. So you're trying to make fun of my disease.
It's not a disease. It's an ailment.
Yeah, you're trying to make fun of my disease. I was trying to do this, but I can't because it hurts so fucking bad.
How is this going?
Yeah, it's going well.
It's going well.
Why? Why would you ask that?
Because you know,
you
sometimes you walk into a conversation with people and their house just fell off a cliff and I don't pick up on it. So I'm trying to just check it.
I have to be honest with you. I think this has been a very delightful conversation since the beginning. I think it's chaos. I think it's entertaining.
Yep.
This is very difficult for me to admit, but there is a part of me, albeit small, that thinks, why didn't we have this guy on sooner? You know, he just doesn't have the name necessarily, but he has the skill, and he does have something very specific that he does that I enjoy.
I got Will Smith on mine.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
That's what my next question is. You went through lengths, right? You're very crafty, very smart, magical person. You knew exactly what steps to take to get Will Smith on your show. It didn't dawn on you to just ask me?
I want to check the DMs because I know I did, and there's a chance that I deleted it, which I do sometimes when I feel like someone may have seen. Let me before I hold on. Let me look to see.
For those, and this Claudia's going to hate.
But I have asked you.
But for those
you
listening,
have?
Yeah, for sure.
For those listening, the easiest way to get to my heart is to harass Kalila. So anyone listening right now, that's the way to do it.
No, but if I deleted it, that would have been the reason. After messaging you so much.
Yeah. Other comics listening.
No, absolutely
the
not.
only way to my heart is to Kalila.
I unsent it. I sent it. And then every now and then, when I go to people's, like I say, I follow up every now and then, and I see how long ago I messaged someone. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I do remember contemplating if I should. And it was something to do with, I messaged Bobby a bunch, and then like you, and I was going to message you again, but we don't know each other, and I was like, ew, and I unsent. But I 100% asked.
Are there other comics that you have tried to get on your podcast that have said no?
Yes.
And does that hurt you?
No.
So I think that's another thing that I admire about you is you don't, for some reason, rejection or those kind of things, they don't really hurt you, do they? They hurt me.
Breakups have been painful for me.
Oh, they have?
Yeah.
What? Yeah, because I remember.
What hurts you?
Yeah, what does hurt you?
Because it seems like you are very like a guy who would just let shit slide off your shoulders.
I have pretty bad anxiety, and there's a lot of things I try and control that are maybe small to some people that affect me a lot. I don't know if it's because I exhaust myself from those things, or it's just a double-edged sword that has its pros and cons. But things that I try and control so much, things that I've accepted that are out of my control, it's easier to accept that they're out of my control, and it doesn't really affect me the same way as something like, oh no, could I have, you know what I mean? So
what's the last thing that made you cry?
I mean, I cry all the time.
Are you being real?
Yeah, I cry all the time.
Oh, you guys are similar. He cries every day. Yeah, about something.
Don't say that.
Well, it's a good thing. I think crying's good. It's cathartic.
Not every day. I do cry, but not every day.
I've been crying every day. I've been crying every day.
But do you cry over like the state of the world or personal things?
I'm not always in touch with it, but I do know when I'm watching, Definitely Maybe or some movie that I've seen a million times or whatever, at parts that aren't that aren't like hitting me that much, I know that it's a trigger for something. Like I'm just breaking. So the world Yeah, the world, and also it's not that selfless. It's just the way the world is affecting me. It's just fucking hard right now.
But you do have like real ailments. You have the OCD, and then
my OCD has been bad.
But then you have something else. What is it?
Arthritis and TMJ disorder.
I have TMJ really bad.
What's TMJ?
Temporomandibular joint.
You have that
joint. Excuse me. Yeah,
real.
it's bad. It's bad now.
Mine's bad.
Do you
use gua sha? It's that jade kind of like this device.
I know what you're talking about. No.
Oh, just push it on there.
I got a TENS machine. Doesn't that do the same thing?
Probably. Do you have the pain because you clench?
So yeah, I got a retainer.
So you got and the mouth guard?
I got the mouth guard, not a retainer.
Yeah.
The mouth guard in March I could barely get the toothbrush in.
Yeah.
Suck about and I was translating. And I actually stuttered, and then I realized that joke may have hurt your feelings while we were being serious. So I'm sorry.
What were you gonna say? Talk about what?
Sorry.
Talk about what? I want to get the racial.
It wasn't a racial joke.
I want to get the racial joke in there.
No, that was the joke that I meant to say was talk about getting an executive at NBC's dick in my mouth because you were talking about the blowing thing. But I hesitated because I didn't want to then like use his name, so I stumbled over it, and then it made it just sound like what you speak. And I couldn't.
Which is now that
Korean.
was the racial. But I don't speak Korean.
Well, you should learn it. It's your heritage.
That's true.
Yeah.
Please continue.
So I couldn't get the toothbrush in my mouth for a little bit. Now
Yeah.
I could get the toothbrush in. A lot of pain.
I can't even wear headphones like that over the years. I
'Cause of
gotta do
clenching.
these. No, just because the pain afterwards, my face gets swollen.
But your pain is exaggerated from the clenching?
It's not the teeth on teeth clenching. It's the doing this when because I have severe anxiety and sweating and all that. So I do this a lot. Like I just do the mouth.
But I think in your case, Rick, it's a lot
same.
of.
That's what I thought it was.
Is it stress?
it's stress.
Is it
It's
you going,
anxiety.
oh, my life. Why am I so neurotic?
Yeah, not necessarily those words.
Yeah, but why am I me?
Yes.
Yeah, that type of thing.
So Betty would tell me that I'm grinding hard in sleep, and I believe her. But the past couple months, I've noticed me when I get in, like kind of zoning out a little bit, I'm catching myself doing. It's like, fuck, is that what I'm doing all the time?
That's what I do.
And I fractured a tooth a little bit from it. But what affects me? Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what. When asking guests and stuff, what hurts?
Yeah.
It's not when I ask somebody and they say no. It's the thing that caused me, in a small version, but to erase the message, which is I grew up not picking up social cues, but I didn't know that I was bad at it. I just thought I know what I know. And when somebody would say, and I've talked about this on my podcast before, but I remember I used to call my friend David every week, and every week he couldn't because of work or school or his mom wouldn't let him or whatever it was. And I just, he just can't this week. And I kept trying. Yeah. I never felt bullied. I never felt not included.
Wow.
But I wasn't, and I didn't realize that until I'm like at least mid-20s. Oh, I wasn't included. And it wasn't like, I don't have a chip on my shoulder. It's not, the kids, not everybody could say, hey, here was the issue. We were having a hard time. You weren't listening to us, and it put a sour taste in my mouth. Let's try and resolve it. Not everybody as adults had that, let alone a kid.
Yep.
So I grew up, and I realized, I always thought I was this funny guy that everybody liked because I like me, and my mom applauds me.
Yeah.
And I realized, I annoyed everybody. So I now know I could bother people, and I recognize there's a line, and I'm getting better at it, but I don't know when I'm crossing it. So when I message somebody a couple of times, right? I've had Blake Griffin on my podcast. We've done a few podcasts together. Blake Griffin is a NBA All-Star and my Avenger. You know what I mean? Like these are superheroes.
Yeah.
Whoa, Blake's friends with me. I'm friends with Blake. He's not friends with me. You know what I mean? Like he likes me enough to do my podcast, but I'm Blake. You know what I mean? Like I want him in my life.
Yeah.
And I like blew it with him at one point. We started a podcast together, and then I did something that I don't need to get into. I talked about it. It doesn't matter. And then later we rekindled and we became fine. But like when I find out that somebody doesn't like me because of something I did and I don't know what I did, that embarrassment and shame is like, it's not that, he doesn't like me. It's, I'm annoying.
But are you like me where like there are incidences? Are you like me, like there are incidences in your past where you, in retrospect, you behaved in in a way that you're not really that proud of, and you think about those incidences all the time, or can you let it go? Because for me, it plays like an old tape, you know. Like I'll think, why did I fucking do that? Why did I do that? I wish I didn't do that.
Do you ever do it where like you start to mouth off, you start to say out loud what you would have said instead?
Yes, I do that all the time.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we're going to take a quick break to talk about one of our favorite sponsors.
BetterHelp. Guys, Kalila and I just had therapy today. We love BetterHelp. It's helped our relationship. I also do solo therapy. It's really helping my life out, especially in this pandemic. Is there something interfering with your happiness or preventing you from achieving your goals? BetterHelp will assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist. You can start communicating in under 48 hours. It's not a crisis line. It's not self-help. It is professional counseling done securely online.
There is a broad range of expertise available which may not be locally available in many areas. The service is available for clients worldwide, though.
I love it.
You can log into your account anytime and send a message to your counselor. You'll get timely and thoughtful responses. Plus, you can schedule weekly video or phone sessions so you won't ever have to sit in an uncomfortable waiting room as with traditional therapy.
And baby, can I tell you why I love BetterHelp? It's affordable. It's way more affordable than traditional offline counseling. And guess the kicker right here.
What's the kicker?
Financial aid is available. Go ahead.
Oh, come on.
Close it out, Gilbert.
Come on. BetterHelp wants you to start living
baby.
a happier life today. Visit their website and read their testimonials that are posted daily. Visit betterhelp.com/belly. That's better, H-E-L-P, and join over 1 million people taking charge of their mental health with the help of an experienced professional. In fact, so many people have been using BetterHelp that they are recruiting additional counselors in all 50 states. Special offer for Tiger Belly listeners. Get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/belly. Enjoy the rest of the show.
All right, I got a great anecdote. Less than 60 seconds. Bobby, do I have your permission?
It's like a doctor.
We'll be right back with a word from Marshall Rug Gallery. If you're looking for just the right flooring, you need choices. And at Marshall Carpet One, you'll certainly find them. And we're back. I remember being at Disney World when I was, let's say, 7. 1, 2, 3, 7. And I was there with a family friend, my mom's friend and my friend, her son, right? And I have a weird thing with
Start over. I honestly,
it's okay. The audience heard it.
Just give me a second. Just give me a second, okay?
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you what's going on.
I know what's going on.
I've tuned out.
Of course.
Yeah. No. Don't say of course. But you didn't know that.
On my podcast, you literally, you fell asleep multiple times.
I know, but right now, I'll be honest with you. I just don't know what the fuck is going on. So I was just trying to be honest with you. So
should I stop?
Go from the rug thing. Start that thing over.
Well, we're not going to edit that out. Now we finally hear you being honest.
I want the rug thing in there. His dad owns a rug store. It's one of the best rugs on planet.
I go on my podcast. It started as I guess it's a joke, but I cut to commercial and I cut to my dad's rug store commercial. Yeah. I do the VO on it. It's a few seconds. It's just a joke.
Okay.
I've been going on other people's podcasts.
Tell me the story. So years ago, tell me the story. I'm going to be completely with you. Go ahead.
As a trio, we're very seizure-inducing.
As a trio, we're very seizure-inducing. Who says that?
I think it's entertaining.
I think that between the three of us, we could really cause a lot of seizures in people.
No, I think it's entertaining.
Should we do another podcast? Call it Seizures? We'll just do it for a few months until I get my subscribers up.
He's like, how do I get more ad space?
Yeah.
Let me tell this anecdote.
Okay. So start from the beginning. Do the rug, and then go.
You look to camera, snap, and say, and we're back.
And we're back.
Snap and say, and we're back. We come.
And we're back.
Jesus. So, lying is a very difficult thing for me. It's not a moral decision. It's just something that I'm wired with. I just can't do it, and it just doesn't feel like it's worth it. When I was a kid, it was a very obsessive thing, and I would tell my mom everything I did and everything I thought. There was a moment where I went, the kid Michael went to the bathroom, his mom Kathy went to the bathroom, and I'm 7. As I'm walking to the bathroom, I remember picturing when she goes to the bathroom, she's going to pull her pants down. I wonder if she's going to get naked. I pictured her naked. Oh, no. I went pee, I went back, and I told my mom, like I was admitting to her that I fucked dad. Like, you're not going to believe what I'm about to tell you, but I have to tell you. And I'm emotional about it, and I don't understand what's wrong with me. And I tell her that I felt this stuff, and it felt so good to let her know. And she said some big moment for me. She said, Rick, I'm so glad that you felt safe to come to me with that. You could tell me anything you ever want to tell me. I want you to know that everybody has weird thoughts. There's nothing wrong with it. It's 100% natural. Think whatever you want to think. You don't have to tell me if you don't want. That was from that, it changed everything. But also, it's like, oh, you think things. You think things that are bad. You think like, I'm picturing Bobby naked now because I've seen it. You just picture stuff. Who gives a shit? You don't have to, you don't owe everybody what you're feeling.
It's funny because I've done the same thing with my parents growing up, but they don't fully understand they don't know English that well. So I think I told them personal things knowing that they wouldn't be able to fully grasp what I was saying. Like when I got sober my junior year in high school, I would say something like, oh yeah, I jerked off to a Hustler magazine out in the field and I came all over a rock. All they hear is rock, came, right? And it's a jerking motion.
Well, that's
they
really
can't
the
put it all
important
together.
stuff. They don't know what that means.
They don't really know what it means. So and my dad will go, okay.
So did you tell them on purpose, knowing that they wouldn't know?
Yeah, you could just say things to, immigrant, my parents.
That still seems like a safe place, though.
Yeah, that felt good.
Yeah.
It felt good. Dad, I think I'm an incel. I think you fucked me up because you're so ugly and mom's so pretty and you fucked me up genetically.
Is your mom really pretty?
I mean, if my mom has a nice jawline, you think my mom's cute, but pretty, right?
Yeah.
Just cross eyes, but that, who?
Who what? I noticed that.
What?
Your mom's not cross-eyed.
Is she?
She, what? You know that she was.
She was, and then she got the surgery for it.
But still, one
What
goes.
surgery do you have for a cross eye? Is this a patch?
I think it's like you just. No, I think you just like strengthen a muscle back there.
Yeah, you shrunk the muscle.
Yeah, with a patch to force it to.
I think that's for astigmatism.
But she literally had surgery on her
The
eye.
patch, because my friend
had
has astigmatism, and he has
She had
to wear
eye
the
surgery.
patch.
She had eye surgery.
I think that as an exercise on the podcast, off the podcast, you call your friend and you say that you wrote those things and you're ashamed of them and they weren't even about her, but I'm just trying to figure some stuff out.
She's gonna unfriend me. She's like, "Are you on drugs?" She's gonna be like, "Who gives a shit? We were fucking 19 years old." Rick, that was just a really poor example.
She's not gonna do it.
That was a poor example.
Okay.
There are other things.
She's not gonna do it.
You want me to call her?
You want to call her?
She's not gonna do it.
Who?
Whatever he's saying to do.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
I don't even know what we're talking about.
Being ashamed of your 18-year-old self.
Well, being ashamed of everything. Shame is just one of those things that us Asians carry forever.
Yeah, you don't know. You don't get it.
Yeah, it's something that.
You don't get.
Well, then there's
You don't
nothing.
get it. Your
Then
feeble
why
mind can't
complain about
Can't
it?
get it.
We're not complaining
Shut the
about it.
fuck
We're
up, man.
sharing. We're sharing with you what hurts us.
Oh no!
What an interesting guy you are.
We've hit a wall.
No, we
I
haven't.
think this is it.
This is not it.
This is it.
This is three mind. These are three.
I'll tell you something. If
we all do it?
If we weren't in this thing, I would love to do what we do on my podcast. And when we snap, we switch chairs and everything. But you can't commit to
Yeah,
that. Right?
you know what I do want to do though
now,
is when the pandemic's over.
Not during a
I'm
pandy.
I promise you this. Okay, I promise you this, Glassy. First of all, I call him John Boom Boom. Your friend. Remember you at Mendocino Farms, John Boom Boom?
Yeah,
What's his last name?
John DeWalt.
What? How did I get Boom?
Because you have.
I know. No, I know why. I know why.
Boom is a boxer.
No, I know why. Boom Chicago. Was he ever in Boom Chicago?
Yes, he was.
improv.
That's why I call him that.
Wow,
John Boom Boom.
that's great.
Yeah. But when you said it, you called my friend John Boom Boom as if I was some sort of fucking psychopath. There's a reason why I call people stuff.
This needs to get better now.
What?
What?
This. I need people to want to come and see.
Yeah. It's good.
I think that something.
It's already
happened-
good.
When I gave you this book,
Yeah.
I don't think you. I think you took it with a little confusion.
I didn't.
No.
I know. You know what? I appreciate Justin Timberlake for his for his artistry and
He's
his
really blue
slip
eyes.
ups with his wife.
Yeah.
his
You
new
appreciate the
baby.
slip ups?
I do. I appreciate slip ups of humans. I'm all about. I'm interested in the growth and learning. I like when people fall through cracks and come out of it better.
May I say,
Yes.
if you could feel that way about
About
yourself as you do others,
Thanks, Rick.
Thank
Full
you.
circle.
Thank you,
I
Rick.
feel it.
we'll be right back.
Thank you for your time. What an interesting
Where am
hour.
I?
What an
Very
interesting
good.
What an interesting hour. Very good.
Has it been an hour?
Yeah. At the end of our podcast, we do a thing called Unhelpful Advice.
Is it really? Oh man, you know what? There was one thing I wanted to talk to you guys about,
What?
and we never get.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Do it.
Yeah. All right.
Did you forget?
No, it's just something that's going on right now. That
Go ahead.
That would be interesting because you have medical expertise, and it would just. Be
I
like
don't.
Oh well, then.
Well, no, just try. Let's give it a try.
So I've been dealing with some medical stuff with my hormones being very all over the place, all my hormones, and I've been seeing doctors and MRIs and CAT scans and all these things. And recently I went to a whatever the penis doctor is for fertility and stuff, who has a specialty in endocrinology, especially with testosterone, not all hormones, but testosterone. And he wasn't sure, and I have to go to a geneticist for more tests and stuff, but I'm just taking my time because of the world. And he told me that a lot of Ashkenazi Jews, not a lot of, but of this condition that he's about to tell me of, the majority of them are Ashkenazi Jews. I don't remember the name of it, but it's something where I'm a man and a woman, not a hermaphrodite. It's something else. I'm a woman. I'm not a man and a woman. I'm a woman. I'm a woman with a penis, and which is totally fine, and I support that.
This is how it starts.
But it was just like, well, I'm not a woman.
Hormonally, on paper, is what they're saying.
Is his hypothesis?
Maybe a little too much.
Who?
Ethan Klein.
Yeah.
He.
Okay. No. Okay.
I love how you say
okay.
yes to something
Okay.
when you realize what's happening.
Fuck.
trying to say-
Fuck. Why did you bring that up? Fuck Ethan Klein.
Because I just saw the bandage on your
know.
neck.
You're right. So fuck Ethan Klein.
What?
No, he was trying to save your life.
No, he wasn't. It was a trickery. It was
is
tricky
the
beyond
story?
trickeries. All right. And he's done a lot of fucking bad things, right?
Interesting.
And this last thing is unforgivable.
What is it?
All right, so check this out. I mean, I have my phone anyway. So Oliver, what's that freak?
Trees.
The tree, olive trees, right? They boxed. I went to go see it.
Yeah.
Did some video, some podcasting or whatever. While I was at the E3,
H3.
whatever.
E3 Live is the thing you like.
I
to
love
drink.
it. It's drink. Anyone likes blue algae, you know what I mean? Frozen blue algae. E3 Live is the best. Okay, look it up. E3
It's
Live.
pretty delicious. I
It's
like
very
it.
delicious. It's like wheatgrass, but tastes better.
No way better.
Yeah. It
Tastes
does-
like the ocean.
It tastes like the ocean. All right. So anyway, E3 Live H3 podcast is a fat Jewish fuck named Ethan Klein. Why you have to cut that out too?
He's
right?
losing weight. He
No,
was
he doesn't.
inspired by you. That's what Hila said.
No, he's got fucking evil titty milk.
Okay.
Evil?
Yeah, it's evil titty milk inside those tits. Anyway, I was at the H3 podcast, and he looks at the mole on my neck, and he goes, "Man, that doesn't look good." I go, "What?" He goes, "That mole, dude, it's cancerous."
Jeez.
And I go, "Really?" Because I live with a nurse, a trained nurse, Kalila.
Well, I had looked at the mole before because it is a big mole, but I had done my ABCDEs, which is, the criteria for whether or not I think like a mole is like abnormal. And to me, it looked normal. But
Thank
then
you.
I was afraid to be wrong because I'm not a doctor.
Okay. Anyway, I come home from that experience, and I let it go. He proceeds to text me. He goes, "Dude, I have a friend who's a doctor, and look at what he texted me." So he screenshot a text from a doctor, and his doctor friend, I don't know who it is. He goes, his medical friend goes, "Dude, Bobby's neck mole is cancer." Right? And then he keeps calling me, "Dude, you're gonna die, dude. You're gonna get skin
I
cancer."
freak out and I'm like, oh my God, I've been wrong all these years. So then I make the appointment for him to see my dermatologist.
I go all the way back. It took me 3 hours to get there because I could go from Encino to there, right? All right. It takes me 3 hours to get there, right? And I waited, right? And I go into the office. Driving from this area, anyone that doesn't know L.A., you know what I mean, to Beverly Hills on a trafficy day in a hot
worst.
summer day is a nightmare.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Right? So and to park and do the whole fucking thing, right? So I wait in the lobby, you know what I mean? I go into the doctor's office. I love him, by the way, your doctor. And I sit there and he goes, what do you do here for? I go, "I have cancer on my neck. I've been waiting, you know what I mean?" He looks at it and he goes, "No, that's not cancer. That's a mole." I go, "No, because my Ethan Klein and a doctor and this,
You're Ethan Klein.
Yeah. I explained it. He goes, they're joking."
Oh, no.
I go, "You know what, dude? Remove it anyway. Send it to the labs, and I'll get my revenge to that fucking Jew fuck.
Did it hurt?
Yeah,
Because it was a big mole.
It hurt. I still have the Band-Aid on my neck.
Wow.
Yeah, I haven't taken it off. They has to take it off like
yeah, you're
5
supposed to
days
take it
ago.
out 5 days ago.
Is it infected?
Well, let me check.
Yeah, look at.
Let's
yeah,
check
take it
on
out now.
air live right
Yeah,
now.
the live, right? Yeah, I haven't taken it off in a week.
Oh god.
Ow, ow,
Really stuck on that.
ow, ow! Rip it, rip it!
Oh, that's fine.
It looks good.
Why'd you make that face? What's that
That's
face about?
that's my head to toe assessment face.
Yeah, you're like
When you look at it as a doctor or a nurse, that's not the face.
That's scary.
That's
Yeah,
why I
yeah.
never worked.
What does it look like though?
It looks very flat and like kind of like hyperpigmented a little bit, but it's fine.
Yeah, but is it infected?
No,
And is it gone?
it's gone.
Yeah. But you know what he told me that is it might come back.
Oh, really?
Whoa.
Moles always come back for some reason.
But he was certain. He was like, what did he say? 99%.
He's a 99.99.999.
Well, it's good to get it biopsy.
No, it's not.
anyways.
It's revenge.
So what do you plan? How do you plan on?
So Ethan made all that up? It wasn't a real doctor?
No, I think he was genuinely worried.
No, I think it was a trick.
I don't think so.
Why would you text? Listen, first of all, if I saw a mole on anyone's neck, and even if my doctor friend said it's cancerous, I'm not going to do nothing.
What?
Yeah.
That's because of you and your paperwork.
Yeah, it's like, I don't want that person to go through the paperwork.
Yeah.
I don't want that person to go through traffic. You know what I mean? Because just the odds of it not being it,
Yeah.
I don't want to be that guy, right? So I obviously texted Ethan Klein, and I went,
What'd he say?
fuck you, buddy. He goes, and then his whole thing was, I have COVID.
What?
Be nice to me, I have COVID. I go, no, bud, it's war. Okay? It's fucking war, dude. Anyway.
But I
So
think
Bert Kreischer,
At the very-
Ethan Klein,
at the very least, like it was
that lady from the fucking party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was a very huge unsightly mole. So I mean, it might as well like maybe it's a good thing it's gone.
But it was like my Cindy Crawford.
Oh yeah,
It was my
that's
beauty
true.
mall.
That was the one.
Yeah,
It was a hook.
that's like what's his name, Enrique Iglesias,
Mm-hmm.
when he took that mole off.
Did he have one?
Yeah, he had a very like iconic mole. And
You have a mole on your face?
Yeah, here I have many moles. all
Yeah, yeah.
over.
You have one right here?
I have my dad used to call them beauty spots, but I'm like, that's really nice of you.
I like them.
I have another one here.
They look like black zits.
Well, that's what I used to
kidding.
do when I was in high school and I was very insecure because I had a lot of acne.
Oh.
I would turn my pimples into moles. So Jessica used to teach me how to put eyeliner and then turn all my pimples into moles.
So you had 50 moles on your face?
Yeah, it was better than
Oh.
there you go. See, until you got it
I
removed.
think he looks.
I think it looks better now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Be
yeah.
the position.
It's better.
What are your thoughts on moles?
I've never minded them. I've never noticed the moles on your face.
Yeah, but what about, let's say, like moles? If I had a big mole right here and it had hair coming out of it,
Well, then I would address it.
well, how would you say it?
I would probably just what I would do is subtle stuff. Like for your birthday, I'd get you hairies, like a shaving. You know what I mean?
Would you just tweeze the hairs while I was asleep?
Yeah, I would do something. But how many hairs does a mole get?
I don't know. It depends on the mole, like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Like, are you okay with you like Cindy Crawford's?
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's a pretty good one. She could get it removed.
But why?
Yeah, why?
So you're saying
Yeah, but everything around the mole is so beautiful. That's what the thing. It's like if you're
What are the around it is what.
like if Ethan Klein had that mole, it would be a disaster, right? Because it's like nothing around the mole is delicious, right? It's nothing good, right? I don't even understand why he's married. I don't know why anyone would have sexual intercourse with him, but you know what I mean? So if Ethan had that, it would be a disaster. In fact, the mole would probably go, "Can I get the stuff around me removed?"
he goes to a
Yeah.
doctor.
The mole would go to his own doctor
Old
and
doctor.
go, "Get all this removed."
Can I get a human removed?
Yeah, because it's terrible.
one time I have a friend
Is
with
that
a
too much for you both? Or is that like if you say one of you guys had this?
That's what I had
yeah,
on my
it's
neck.
like on the
never
neck.
saw
Yeah.
it.
That's what I had on my neck.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Is that cancerous?
It's the edges are good. It's round.
Yeah.
So it's A B C D.
Yeah. I don't like that one.
Yeah.
That one's really.
Yeah, that one sucks.
Yeah, I'm not really into it. It looks a little like oh, but I had a friend who has a really big mole right here, and with like basically a lot of hairs on it. And I have a friend who's not so polite, and he was drunk, and he met her for the first time, and he said like the rudest thing. He was like, "Hey, that shit on your face got some shit on its face." And I've never laughed fucking harder in my life. It's like some people are just rude about moles, I think.
So me.
That shit
so
on your
rude.
face, that shit on your face got some shit on its face.
That doesn't make any sense to
It
me.
does. It
Let's
does.
just explain it to me.
George, please
No,
explain.
so explain it to me. So, all right, so the shit on your face, which
Yeah.
is the mole,
Yeah.
has some shit
On its face.
which is the hair.
It's basically acknowledging that the mole is its own entity and the mole has shit on its face. Bobby, I'm not going to.
So what you're no. Let me
Mole is so extravagant
Break
Yeah.
down the joke.
that it also is a face.
let me ask you something.
with
okay?
little mustache shit coming out of
That
it.
would make sense if the mole had a mole on its face.
Basically.
If a mole had another mole on
Yes,
it.
that's basically it. That's basically what he was saying. It's so big. The
But what
mole
if-
on your face got a mole on its
But
face.
if that other, let's say the secondary mole had another mole, right? It could go on forever.
Yeah, but that's a little
You know that
bit,
mole on your face has a shit face, that's your face, 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 face,
It's
face.
an eternal
face.
joke.
That's
It
like
would it's like one of those mirrors that go on forever.
it's Christopher Nolan movie.
Yeah, I don't like it. In fact, that joke makes me go crazy. Don't stop thinking about it, right? Because it's insane. I'm sorry. Pretty good though. That makes you laugh?
Oh my God! See, that was in Austin Powers,
Austin Powers.
right?
That's
I
the
remember
first
that.
time I heard about the mole jokes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's,
Is that Fred Savage?
yeah,
yeah.
That's
Okay.
Fred Savage.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a big one.
Well, that's a big fucking mole. But how do you know when it's cancerous?
You go through the A, B, C, D, E of moles. please.
Give me the ABC.
A, B, C, D, E.
You memorized it?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me.
So it's
A.
For asymmetry, and B for border, C for color, D for diameter, how big it is, and E whether or not it has changed, like evolved.
All right, so can I ask you this? Okay. Mm-hmm. Can you have just D and still be cancer?
I'm not a doctor. I don't know.
Right.
But for the most part, like, I mean, look at this.
Okay, yeah.
This side.
Border is a big thing for me.
Okay.
Change is a big thing.
The first one looks like a nipple, A. So is that
That's it.
like if I had that?
the symmetry, look how like it's
No, the left side's fine.
Yeah,
the left one says, "Oh, that's what it's supposed to look like."
Yes.
Right, this is what it's not
benign
supposed
is
to look like.
fine. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. So A looks good,
Yeah.
but then the other one, malignant, that looks.
That's
If I
cancer.
had that,
yeah,
I would go to the hospital.
Which one do you have? Like a B?
yeah. But see, look at this mole.
I had a B. Yeah,
But the good B.
Look at the mole on my leg. Then
yeah. That's
Okay.
perfect.
look at it. Look closer. What's the border like?
It's a little. It's a little.
Little what, Bob?
Yeah, Italy.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like Italy. Yeah. But it's still not. Doesn't look like you know. What I mean,
Yeah.
black ink.
And it also has not evolved. It has
It
not
doesn't
changed.
evolve. Okay,
since I've had
so
it.
the color.
Yeah.
Yeah. Diameter.
You want it to be one solid color. You don't want it to have like different multiple colors.
Multiple colors.
Diameter, has it grown? Is it big?
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway, my mole didn't have any of that shit.
Ethan.
It did grow a little bit though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did grow.
Anyway, Ethan, listen, nothing's gonna happen. We're fine. You know, just relax. Everything's good.
Oh my God, the girl with a mole just texted me.
What girl? Ship station for the station with the.
Ship.
Yep, you guys. We have an online business, and we don't use anything but ShipStation. You know, we want to go to the most reliable source. And listen, ShipStation gives e-commerce sellers like you more time to do what they really love, unless what you really love is managing every single little detail in order fulfillment.
When we first started Tiger Belly, Gilbert and I had to deal with the fulfillment and all of that back end
Nightmare.
stuff. And it
Terrible.
was a freaking nightmare. ShipStation streamlines everything for you guys, so you can just, like Bobby said, enjoy what you're doing without having to manage every little single detail.
It automates time-intensive shipping processes so you can get back to focusing on bigger things like developing new products, honing your marketing strategy, or interacting with customers.
Dude, manual shipping really eats away at your time, and ShipStation is really good at that. So let ShipStation handle all of your shipping and handling and get back to what you're good at, growing your business. Hang on, let me say this part. It works with all of your storefronts, Amazon, eBay, Etsy, and more. And it lets you automate all of the manual work that goes into shipping.
It's time to let go of all those shipping tasks. ShipStation can do it better and faster. Sign up using promo code BELLY for a free 60-day trial today at ShipStation.com and start saving time with every shipment. That's 2 whole months of shipping made quick and painless, and it's free to try. Just go to ShipStation.com, click on the microphone at the top of the page, and type in BELLY. ShipStation. Make
Ship happen!
What I was talking about earlier.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's weird.
Cosmic.
listening.
So I also want to. That's
They'll
what
knock
it is.
on your door. That
That's
you did that
or
one time.
well, no, there are times where I've had to go to an AA meeting early. Yeah.
I had that when I was doing my sitcom. There was a AD guy called Pete, and Pete was a Jersey bloke. And every time, because it was my show, right?
Right.
So I'd never show up late. I might be 3 minutes late, 5 minutes late, or something like that. But I was always on time. At least I thought I was perfectly on time. He's like, "Nice to meet you. There you go, Jim. There's your coffee. All right, we'll see you on set." You know. Like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, then I got a job on another TV show as just a guest host, and I was 5 minutes late. And Pete was there, and he goes, "It's not your fucking show now. Show up on time."
Yeah. They freaked the fuck out.
And I was like, "Oh, right. This is a completely different environment."
Tiger Belly is sponsored by BetterHelp. You guys, BetterHelp is the best thing in town, man, in the planet Earth. I mean, you know what I mean? And every country has a town.
Absolutely.
You know, and during the pandemic and just in life, you know, there's a lot of stressors out there, and you get bogged down, and you get in your head.
Yeah.
And if you're a traumatic, you know, baby, you know, I was a traumatic baby, and I had to do online therapy to feel free and light, because, you know, that stuff can turn into diseases and stuff. So it's like, you know, when you're at your best, you can do great things. But sometimes life gets you bogged down, and you may feel overwhelmed or like you're not showing up in the way that you want to. Working with a therapist can also help you get closer to the best version of you.
Yeah.
Because when you feel empowered, you're more prepared to take on everything that life throws at you. Go ahead.
And if you're thinking of giving therapy a try, BetterHelp is a great option. It's convenient, flexible, affordable, and entirely online. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge.
If you want to live a more empowered life, therapy can get you there. Visit BetterHelp.com/belly today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/belly.
Remember that day I was on Splitting Up Together, and I had a 6 a.m. call to him. It's 10 a.m., and I'm in the house, and a PA was in the living room.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Dude, you were supposed to be there 4 hours ago, and they made me come in here and get you." And I went as is. I went in the car. That was a fucking terrible day. But yeah, it was a fucking terrible day.
Damn.
There's nothing worse than sleeping in.
Yeah, especially because they had to do all of Jenna Fisher's coverage first now. Right, so it's a whole headache. You know what I mean? And when I showed up, everyone was pissed. I could feel it. I'm never gonna
What happened to that show? That show was all right.
cancel.
Yeah, they all get fucking
I
cancelled,
know.
don't they? It's a fucking pain in the neck.
I can't get second. Have you gotten a second season before?
I got a second season, third season on the Jim Jeffries show, but I can't. That's like when the Jim Jeffries show was cancelled was because Comedy Central cancelled fucking everything.
Yeah.
Except for the Daily Show and South Park.
Yeah.
And they cancelled everything, so there was no executives left. But the one that hurt the most was I had an NBC multicam sitcom where the sets were built and everything was called Jeffries, and I had Anthony LaPaglia paying my dad.
Oh, wow.
And I had like all these cool things, and we were 6 days out from filming, and fucking COVID. All right, we went, and then I was told like this: "Oh, don't worry, as soon as we get out, we'll do this." Right, and then the guy who sort of championed me at NBC, who was the head of comedy, he gets fired for racial insensitivity because the Gabrielle Union got upset with something that happened on AGT.
Oh, right. I remember that.
Right, I remember that.
And so I was watching that on the news like this. Oh. Oh, that's a shame he lost his job.
Yeah.
Maybe the new person will. No,
Yeah.
no, that was the end of it.
Because what happens is, you know, the new person's job, he wants to create his own
Or
voice.
she.
That's true.
It was a she then.
It was.
I'm just remembering my
He or
experience.
she, right? They want to, you know what I mean, make their mark. So any previous projects isn't their thing, and so it's a whole fucking thing. That must have sucked, man.
Oh yeah, that one was. But you've been how many shows have you had cancelled now? No, I mean like this is the business.
Yeah. I've been on 3 legitimate shows that were canceled.
Yeah.
That I was on, but I've had many pilots not get picked up.
Yeah.
And this weekend, I didn't tell you, something bad happened.
What?
So Friday, I have a deal at NBC,
Uh-huh.
and
Say
Friday,
hello to them for me.
yeah,
Ask if they miss me.
yeah. And Friday, my writing partner called me in a frantic. He goes, "They made announcements, and we're not in the announcements." And already, I wanted to tell him, we're done, right? But I go, I'll make some calls. I made some calls. He goes, and my agent goes, over the weekend, I'll let you know today, early in the morning.
Yeah.
He never called, right? So it's done.
Yeah.
It's sad. So
No
that
news,
that
bad
that project.
news.
What?
No news is bad.
Bad news. Yeah, it's bad news. But it's all right because you get so used to these bad. When you first got canceled, it broke your heart, right?
Oh yeah. That show, the sitcom, really, because I put my heart and soul into that one. That one really hurt.
Yeah.
I just did a game show. I think that's my future.
Wait, you think that's your future?
I think that's my future.
I'm
too.
like,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, they go for fucking ever, and
Yeah.
once you get fired for one, just go to another one.
Yeah.
And
What show is it?
It's called the 1% Club, and it's like it's all across. They're going to have an American version as well, and it's a show where you start with 100 contestants, and they're the whole audience, and you stand in the middle, and they're all sort of seated around you, and then you ask a question that 90% of the population could get, and so you lose 10 people who get it wrong, 80%, and then it gets down to the question that 1% of the population could get,
Whoa.
but they're all IQ questions.
Well, give me an example of a 90% question.
A 90% question is what photo is incorrect, and it'll be like a picture of the Eiffel Tower next to the Sydney Opera House, and the other one,
And
but then,
whoever can't. How do you not know that anyway?
but then like a 80% question would be logically, which month would sell the least amount of toilet paper, February or August?
Wait, let's
So,
think about this.
think
Let's
about it.
this.
All right. So, what would sell the least amount, August or February? I would say the least amount is August.
Why?
Because you're a moron. February's got the least amount of days. Don't overcomplicate these things. You're like this. You're like, because I normally drink a lot in August. That makes me fast
That's
food.
what I was thinking.
So I'd be shitting myself
It's after the
more.
holidays.
Yeah, and like in February, I'm working out, so my diet's pretty good. These will be firm shits, not much wiping.
Is that what you're going to do on the show? Fucking shame people when they get it wrong?
That's what I have to do.
Oh, okay.
The job.
You're doing your job.
Well, it's like...
And as an audience member, you're going, you got me.
Even
All
then,
right.
when I called you a moron, I felt harsh. Everyone stared at me. But so what happens is, at the beginning, you're just like, you got that wrong, like that. And then as they gets further and further, you start complimenting the people who get it right.
Oh, right,
and
right.
And it starts off with like a whole lot of really good looking people. And they drop off quick.
Right.
They drop off quick
Right.
with the IQ questions. They just haven't had to develop it. It's not their fault, right? And then it's always some like bookish nerd at the end who's just like blinking at you.
That's really
It's
funny.
a great show.
So you've shot a season or a pilot?
Season's already done.
And it's in England?
I did the Australian.
Australian version. That's
sounds
fucking
so fun.
amazing.
Yeah, but it's like also you bang out like 2 episodes a day.
Sure.
It just seems like I reckon it's the wave of the future. Game shows
It reinvented Howie Mandel's career.
reinvented, didn't it? Invent? No. I like Howie's.
I like Howie.
Howie. One time I did Howie's podcast,
Yeah.
and he said, "Do you think you could call anyone a?" And I said, yeah, pretty much. It's me thing.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Can you ring up my wife and call her a?" And then, like, when someone puts it in front of you like that, I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh God, can I?"
Yeah.
And so I rang up, and he goes, he rings his wife up, and he goes, "Jim Jeffries wants." He goes, "Someone here wants to speak to you." Doesn't say who I am. I said, "Hey, how you doing, you?" And she goes, "Oh, I love you."
Wow.
And then I was like, "Oh, good."
Yeah.
Well, I used to say it more than most British people did on stage, but now it's like in Australia. I remember in the comedy clubs in like the early 2000s, no one really said it. And now it's like the gates opened in Australia. Every comic's saying it. In Britain, it's pretty. Ireland, they were always saying it. The Irish comics were always throwing it out there.
Are you super famous in Australia? Like, I know you're famous, but like, are you comfortable when you're
I
there?
sell more tickets in Australia.
Right.
You know.
But when you go into a restaurant, is it weird or?
No, I've never been. You know, what is that level of fame? You know what I mean? Like,
What do you mean? I think you're there.
People stop and ask for a photo or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's not like I've never had like that where people are holding up cameras as you walk in. Or something. I'll tell you a funny story, right? So okay, this is a little name droppy, but whatever. I was. Do you know David Williams from Little Britain? You ever watch Little Britain?
No.
No. Okay, this story's not as good then. But,
Yeah. But let's just imagine he's a super famous guy.
But I was at Russell Crowe's house, right? And Russell Crowe and we were at me.
I mean,
that's David
Bobby,
Williams.
You know him from the Britain's
Oh,
Got
yes,
Talent.
yes.
I love him.
Yeah.
I love David Williams.
Yeah, Williams.
Williams.
He's one of the
Whatever.
funniest cats you'll ever meet.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
And like just funny on funny, right?
Yeah.
But so he was at Russell's as well, and so the three of us were going out to dinner, right?
Yeah.
So Russell lives in this apartment on this pier that has all these like sort of fancy restaurants in sort of Sydney Harbour. And Russell's like, yeah, there's a Chinese restaurant down the end of the pier.
Yeah.
And he goes, we'll all just go there and have a.
How long ago was this? Because I have to know what Russell Crowe I'm looking at. Is it the fatter one?
This is last year.
Oh, so the thicker one.
He's my mate, yeah, but he's
No, I'm not. He's,
Yes, the
he's
thicker
one of the
one.
greatest actors of all time.
yes, the thicker one.
Why can't I just say that he's thick?
You want to call
I just
him?
because I want to know
Why
what.
can't we,
It's not Gladiator.
rather than fat shame him, why don't we just say
I'm not fat shaming. I'm saying
We'll
if it
say
was
his age, like
Gladiator.
the 54-year-old Russell. Yeah.
Seen me at the gloves, the sanitizer, or bring. I'm clean. You're disgusting. I'm clean. So I'd like to give you this gift. And
Okay.
Okay.
He's taking something out of a bag.
Taking
for
something
audio
out of a bag.
listeners,
'Cause
It's a real gift.
it's a real gift.
do you have?
It's
yeah. Go
wrapped.
underneath.
wrapped.
Just
Yeah,
go
you moved
underneath.
into a place. I
Yeah,
wanted
yeah.
to-
Just give it to. Put it over there.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, Rick.
Thank you so much. What a
everything's
nice.
clean.
That's the
thing.
first home. What do you call those things?
housewarming gift.
Housewarming gift we've
It's
ever
shaped
had.
like an iPad. I'm excited.
So if it's less than the iPad, you're
I'm going to
disappointed.
be very little disappointed.
It costs less than an iPad, but it's more. It's like anything. What are you going to use an iPad for? It's a bigger phone. You know, this is something that an iPad can't give you.
right.
And you almost spelled my name right.
Did I spell it wrong? How do you spell it? How did I spell it? How do you spell it?
I like that version better.
How could you read it from here, babe?
How could you not?
Would you like George to open it now or do it later?
Oh, we'll open it. Should we open it now?
Yeah.
Let's open it now.
I want to open it now.
You want to put on
And
some
also-
gloves and you could open it?
No, I don't want it to open.
I
I don't want to touch it.
Because
No,
he's going to touch
don't-
it and scratch his nose.
Yeah, don't touch it. Don't have George do
Will it detonate?
George, you open it, right?
Wait, hold on. What are your guys' opinions on surfaces here? Dry surfaces.
It depends. If you're someone like me, it doesn't matter what I touch because I don't touch my face.
Enjoy the gift.
Thank you. Give it to me.
It was that simple.
it's
It
very
was
simple.
that simple. Wow.
Very simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can
So
you read the card now or later?
You
let's
can read it now.
Please read it now.
Okay, I'm going to read this.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Here we go.
Oh, it's an Asian guy. Is this an Asian guy or a Jewish boy?
What's the difference? We're all one person.
Okay.
Very good answer.
Wow.
I enjoy it.
Spelled my name right inside, though.
Yeah, I spell, but I'm not a good speller in bubble letters. The only thing I've ever written in bubble letters until today was happy birthday, to be
I'm
honest.
the best with bubble letters.
Yeah.
All day. It's what I do all day. I doodle bubble letters all day.
But you know what I do? You know what I've always done with the eye? I always do a big circle eye.
Yes.
With the
You've always
I don't
wanted
do
a big
dot.
circle eye.
How do you do your S?
Okay, was that
bubble?
wait, stop. Was that a racial joke about my fucking slanty eyes?
It was a racial observation.
Okay, and touche.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Kalila and Bobby, thank you very much for inviting me to your new home.
It's just needy and desperate.
I know how
It's needy, desperate, it's gross.
I know how difficult these times are and how important it is to distance yourselves from others.
Not
What-
real.
Okay.
I'm going to comment after every line.
Okay.
May I comment after every line? Not real.
I
Doesn't
mean, look
care.
at what you have to put up. I have
Go ahead,
my podcast is literally on the balcony now. I mean,
Go
it's very
ahead,
difficult
go ahead,
to do
babe.
this.
I saw that with Esther outside. What a
love to have you.
pleasure it is to be able to safely and practically enjoy your company on one of the greatest podcasts of all time! Exclamation mark.
The only one in the thing.
That's nice.
Okay. As a thank you, underlined, I want to give you both something that will make you happy. And there's a sentence here that's been redacted.
Yeah,
Is
I'll
there
tell you what
any-
it is.
Yeah, is there any way to...
I can tell you what it is.
Hold on, no.
I
You're
just-
going to tell me what's in here?
No. What was redacted? The
Oh,
reason I
I
chose.
can read it.
Oh, but I want. It's
No,
important.
let
It's
him
important that you know.
read it first.
Okay.
Also, please remember to give me your shirt sizes So I may send you high quality take your shoes off merch.
Oh, high quality.
Yeah, wow.
Keep reading.
Oh. Podcast merchandise, which you can get at rickglassman.com.
Yeah.
I see why that was ridiculous.
I see why it was.
Yeah, because I didn't want you to. Because I am making a joke. If anybody wants to check out my stuff, they're going to do it. They don't need my website.
Yeah.
So it's just a joke. But I didn't want you to think the gift was a joke.
Right.
So I took it off because we'll do
Right,
jokes
right.
throughout. But
But
this is a real gift.
But here's the deal, bro. Right?
Yeah, my instinct.
There was a
to-
way to delete it,
Yeah.
so that we couldn't see through the print.
Little light there.
No, it's
a
important.
little light. It was a little light. So
May
that
I
we could
explain
read-
my logic? It's important that you understand this. This was thought out.
Yeah.
Now, the best move would have been to just use another card, which I'm not going to waste another card on. So I didn't want to cross it out and make it think like you guys felt I had a secret on you. So I was giving you the option to know, listen, this is not important. You don't have to read this. If you want to, I just want to be completely transparent with my intentions from
What's
the beginning.
the pressure of the Sharpie for you to redact something, but just enough so that I'm still able to read through?
Yeah.
Okay. Two things. Take a look at where it says bar mitzvah, and I crossed it off. And what does it say?
Oh, it says just a little victory dance for your not bar mitzvah, your new home.
Now, on the not bar mitzvah, I crossed it off with a thin Sharpie.
Yes.
Just to show the cross off is kind of like honorable.
Right.
It's just,
May I make an argument?
nope. The other redacted part was a thick Sharpie with 4 lines. 4. So I legitimately tried to hide it, but I also didn't want to
May I make an argument?
Looks like a light brushing, though. You didn't apply
it might have
the
been
pressure.
subconscious. It might have been
Babe.
subconscious.
Especially on rickglassman.com. A little light.
Especially on what?
rickglassman.com, a little light.
With a C, right?
With
R-I-C-K.
R-I-C-K,
Yeah.
Glassman.com, a little light.
Wait, hold on. Bobby wanted to interrupt our fun rapport with a bad joke. Go ahead.
Okay, it wasn't going to be a bad joke. It was just going to be an observation, and that's an attack on me, and that hurts. It's an attack on me, and it hurts.
Right.
All right. I'm just saying that when I buy a card, which I've bought many, okay, back off.
Is he a card guy more than a regular person?
I'm not a card guy.
He's a gift card guy.
I'm a gift card guy.
You would think somebody who was so
Can
well
I
known
make my
for
point?
giving
Can I make-
cards would have gotten
Can I make my
at least one
point? You fuck.
housewarming
Hey,
gift.
you fuck. Can
Yes.
I make my point?
Yes.
All right. So, for instance, you know what I used to do as a joke when if I didn't like somebody, if it was somebody's birthday, I would go to, a store, right, a card store, or sometimes I would be lazy and go to CVS because they have a card section. And if it was like, my buddy's birthday, I would go to the grandmother section,
Right,
and get silly, right?
Yeah.
Grandma for your 98th birthday, and it'd be some sort of fun
Yeah.
thing, right?
Yeah.
And we would giggle, right? But normally, like, if you had cancer and you were dying, right? I wouldn't do that. I would pick
You'd pick a
card.
cancer
I would
card?
no. I would pick a card appropriate to your situation. Okay.
I see.
What you did was you had a bunch of, because you're Jewish, you had a bunch of bar mitzvah cards at your house.
So it's not a little Asian boy.
Yeah,
Little Jewish
it's a little
boy.
Jewish boy right there. Okay, and you just crossed out bar mitzvah, put new home in there. I just find it to be a little lazy.
I also want to comment on your edges here, Rick.
Yeah.
While I do appreciate the gift and the card,
Yeah.
I'm not a
Before
big...
you open it, I want to rebuttal both of these.
It's not a debate. Let's let it go. Open the fucking thing.
Your edges?
Take a look at the other side.
I like
Very
the taping. The taping is symmetrical, but
Right.
the edges, it's like you tore it.
Everything was intentional. One side was Bobby, one side is you. I thought about all of it. Look at the other side edges.
He's so
You know
quick.
why? Because this was not cut by you. This was cut by the company who made the paper.
I cut
Yeah, yeah.
all of it.
No,
Doubt it.
doubt it.
What are you talking
This was
about?
the edge of the roll, and this is what you cut.
Thank you. So
Of course, but I still had to cut the edge of the roll. It wasn't a new wrapping paper. Hold on.
No.
Once you use wrapping paper once, everything
Just
used
why,
was
why,
cut.
when you fuck up, why can't you just accept a lie? Just accept it. Why do you have to argue everything?
What was
you
the
know
fuck up?
she's an investigator. All right.
Okay.
She's very good at this kind of stuff, my friend.
Rick,
So my-
also, I'm going to show the camera exactly your cutting work on the other side, right?
all right.
These are your edges, Rick.
I really dropped the ball, guys.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry. And next time I will wrap both edges for Kalila instead of one for Bobby and one for you.
Okay, now onto the real gift.
Get that shit away from me. Okay. What
It's
is
a
it?
giant, it's a Justin Timberlake book. Hindsight and all the things I can't see in front of me.
Yeah. Look at it. Look at this picture. It's very cool. He's one of the greatest entertainers of all time.
I believe that is I think is that a re-gift from your podcast?
No?
Yeah. Do some research.
It's not a re-gift.
Who gave this to you?
Nobody.
Yeah.
I bought a few of those. There wasn't regifted.
You bought 2 of these?
Why does that sound so familiar?
I was never gifted this. I've given this as a gift to some people.
What other guest?
I gave one to Larry Charles. You've worked with Larry
Larry's did your podcast?
twice.
Wow.
I really like this.
I
and
gave one
appreciate
to
this.
Lamorne Morris,
That's the one I saw.
Esther, Will Smith, who I'm very excited to put out soon, and I gave one to Jackie Tone.
Thank
Wow.
you so much, Rich.
How the fuck did you get Will Smith?
I have been getting very, very cool guests on the podcast, and I just reach out to people. A lot of times the move I do is I look at people that they follow, and then I send them that episode to say. So King Batch did mine. Will follows him. I send that, and
Right.
so Will Smith's coming out soon.
Okay, great.
Thank
so
you for the book, Greg.
thank you
Really,
for the
I
book.
appreciate
We
it.
love them. We love it. We love photos. And it's going to be a good book. I'm going to keep it down here.
Yeah.
And I usually take my like real bad shits down here. So I'm going to that's going to be the book for that.
Now that we've got started, I have to say,
Yeah.
my girlfriend is such a big fan of yours, and she was doing yoga here. She lives in London, and she was here in January and was doing yoga and saw you there.
I know who she is.
How do you know
'Cause
who she is?
She might be the only lady with a British accent in my yoga class.
Yeah, but she probably only was in it with you a few times.
No, I took a class 3 different times. There was a woman from London who was really sweet.
Was she cute? Was she cute?
Yeah, she was cute.
Yeah.
And it was like mild chit chat after
Oh,
class.
I didn't know that she even talked to you. I thought she was too scared to talk to you.
Oh, maybe. Or maybe I just heard her speaking and I was like, oh.
It must have not been her
She's a
because
hot
she's
chick
not
from
cute.
London.
She's beautiful, the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. We'll be right back with a word for Marshall Red Gallery.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we're going to take a quick break to share one of our favorite products that we use here at Tiger Belly.
Quip. You guys, I'm teeth missing because I'll tell you why. I've never really enjoyed brushing my teeth until the last year. As soon as we got Quip, because I use it personally, I look forward to brushing my teeth. I love the way it vibrates. I love the size of the toothbrush. It just makes it more exciting. I feel like I'm getting a deeper cleanse on my teeth and my gums. It really has completely changed my oral health.
Yeah.
And also, it's like you never have to worry about when to get the replacement heads or when to get the toothpaste, the Quip toothpaste. It comes to your door, delivered to your door.
Yeah. And good health starts with good habits. Quip makes it easy by delivering all the oral care essentials you need to brush and floss better. The Quip electric toothbrush has timed sonic vibrations with 30-second pulses to guide a dentist recommended 2-minute routine, and there's even a sized down version designed for kids.
Paired with Quip's anti-cavity toothpaste in mint or watermelon, you'll get all the ingredients teeth actually need, and none they don't. Quip also has an eco-friendly refillable floss with a dispenser you keep for life, an expanding string that helps to clean in between. Tell us more about it, Gil.
Quip brush head, toothpaste, and floss refills are automatically delivered on a dentist-recommended schedule every 3 months for just $5 each. A friendly reminder when it's time for a refresh and to stay committed to your oral health. And shipping is free. Join over 3 million happy customers and practice good oral care easily and affordably with Quip, starting at $25.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and if you go to getquip.com/belly right now, you'll get your first refill free. That's your first refill free at getquip.com/belly. Spelled getquip.com/belly. Quip, the good habits company.
Easy.
Enjoy the rest of the show.
And she texted me, and she said that you're there, and she wants to say hi, and it didn't happen. And this is like the in now I have with you to tell you that. So next time, Betty, maybe,
Okay.
That's
sure it'll be a
sweet.
while.
It'll be great. I have to say this. I want to give you real compliments because I like to be jokey and I have defense mechanisms, right, with certain people.
Yeah.
But there are times where I can be vulnerable, and there are times that I can be a real person. And so I would have to say this, that you're a real, in comedy, you are a real enigma.
Uh-huh.
And you've taught me a lot of things, okay? and you're just a guy that showed up one day, and you were in everyone's lives, and then you worked pretty